When living your life, do you ever experience a deja vu moment? You feel that you have experienced something before. You know that something feels really, really, really familiar, but you can't exactly pinpoint when it happened or the exact source of that memory. This may be happening to you every single day, and you might not even realize it. And I want you to know a little bit more about exactly what's going on. After doing my research, I'm going to inform you a little bit more about the topic of misattribution of memory. So first I'm going to talk about a little bit of what misattribution memory is, and then bring in some popular examples that are occurring in the real world. So this leads me to my first point of understanding misattribution memory. So what is it? This is when you have the memory, you have the ability to understand the facts and the information, you're able to think, say, speak it, but you're not able to understand or recall where exactly you received that memory from. An example of this would be if you and your friend have plans to meet up tomorrow. You hear from somewhere that it's supposed to rain, so you want to confront your friend about it so you can change the plans. After telling them about how you want to change the plan because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, they respond by saying, yeah, I know. I was the one that told you. With the content of the memory being accurate or close to accurate, the source is the biggest problem of this topic. Sometimes individuals change the source. For example, they heard it from the news or they heard it from their friends at lunch. Other times, the source cannot be remembered and the individual actually makes up a false memory to fill in that gap. So in this situation, memory can be kind of visualized as a puzzle. When a person tries to recall a memory, they put in as many pieces as they can to fit the puzzle, but at the end, there oftentimes leads to missing pieces in the puzzle. And the memory actually tries to fill in those gaps of those missing pieces by including false memories or bringing in different information just to actually complete that puzzle. So this then leads me to my next point of talking about popular examples of misattribution in memory. Some of the most popular area where this memory failure occurs is in the prosecuting of individuals from a police lineup or choosing a potential suspect out of a line of pictures or other sources. So the eyewitness is given a lineup of individuals who resemble the suspect, and they're asked to choose one or sometimes none of them of who they suspect. For example, in 1975, Donald Thomason was presenting on live television late one evening. The next day, a woman claimed that Donald was the person that raped her the same evening when placed in a lineup of individuals. It was later found that same evening, she was watching the televised broadcast and actually misidentified him to be the perpetrator. Ironically, he was a psychologist actually talking about the importance of the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. So seeing Donald right before the incident occurred is the reason why her source of memory was confused and why she made the mistake of actually picking him from the lineup. Another example, or another popular real-world example of where misattribution memory occurs is within the music industry. So songwriters are often criticized for copying other artists and songs that they wrote or had written. With so many songs being out there and musical pieces being written, it is easy to remember an idea, rhythm, or motif from one, but forget exactly where that originally came from. So oftentimes artists are slammed with copyright cases, but they didn't intentionally try to copy another artist's idea. But they heard about the musical idea and then recreated themselves, when in reality they just had that memory from listening to another artist's idea or song. So popular cases where this occurred was between Vanilla Ice, the Queen and David Bowie, with the song of Ice Ice Baby, and with Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams, the Marvin Gaye, with the song Blurred Lines. So this leads me to conclude that now I have a better understanding of the topic of misattribution misattribution of memory, and some examples that go along with it so you can better grasp the topic of idea. So at the end of the day, we're all human, and every single person will forget things in their lives. And as we get older, so do our memories. Although you understand what misattribution of memory is now, it is still difficult to avoid this memory mistake, and it is easy to fall in with this memory failure situation. But there's almost nothing that can be done to prevent this, since sometimes we trust our own memories, even if they are false, than the real truth.